Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the MA English Cafe, the place where you get your weekly serving of real, practical English. I'm Ben, and as always, I'm joined by the fantastic Jenny.
And I'm Jenny. It's great to be with you all again on the MA English channel. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a type of English you won't find in most textbooks. We're talking about workplace slang, the informal, everyday language colleagues use with each other.
That's right. It's the language of the coffee break, the quick chat in the hallway, the informal email. It's not the official business English you use in a presentation. It's the code that helps you connect with your team and really understand the office culture.
Exactly. When you first start a job in an English-speaking environment, you can feel a bit lost. Everyone's throwing around these phrases and you're just nodding along, hoping they don't mean something important. I remember my first office job. My manager said, "Can you just ping me when you're done?" I spent 10 minutes wondering what ping meant. I thought it was a sound.
I've been there. It just means to send a quick message, usually on an app like Slack or Teams. And that's what this is all about. These phrases are shortcuts. For example, instead of saying, "Let's schedule a brief meeting to discuss the current status of this," a colleague will just say, "Let's touch base on this later."
Touch base is a classic. It just means to make contact or check in. Another one you'll hear constantly is, "I don't have the bandwidth for that right now." It's a tech term, but in the office, it simply means, "I don't have the time or mental capacity to handle that."
It sounds much more professional than "I'm too busy," doesn't it? Another one is, "Let's circle back to this." It's a polite way of saying, "This is not the priority right now. Let's talk about it later." It keeps the conversation moving without dismissing the idea completely.
And understanding these phrases is key to feeling like you're part of the team. It shows you understand the rhythm of the workplace. And speaking of being part of our team here, if you want to make sure you're always in the loop with our lessons, you should definitely hit that like button and subscribe to the MA English channel.
A perfect way to put it. Okay, so we've established the what and the why. These phrases are informal shortcuts used to build camaraderie and communicate efficiently. Now, I think the best way to really understand them is to see them in action.
I agree completely. Let's put on our acting hats and run through some common workplace scenarios. This is where you'll see how these slang terms fit naturally into a conversation.
All right, ready for our first scenario?
Born ready, let's do it.
Scenario 1, the project kickoff. Imagine we've just been assigned a huge new project. It's overwhelming, and we need to start somewhere. I'll start. "Wow, Jenny, this project brief is massive. I'm already feeling completely swamped."
I know, right? It feels like we're drowning in work. But look, let's not get overwhelmed. We just need to get the ball rolling on the initial research phase today.
Okay, let's break that down. I said I was swamped, which is a very common way to say you have too much work.
Right, and I added drowning in work, which is a more dramatic but similar idiom. Then I said we need to get the ball rolling. This is a super common phrase that means to start something, usually a project or process.
Perfect. Scenario 2, the creative brainstorm. Jenny, you can set this one up.
Okay, imagine our boss wants some really innovative, out-of-the-box ideas for a new marketing campaign. She's not looking for safe bets. I'll be the manager. Okay, team, for this campaign, I want some real blue sky thinking. No idea is too crazy at this stage.
I have a wild idea, but it's a bit risky. I'm not sure what the director will think of it.
Well, let's develop it a little, and then we can run it up the flagpole and see if anyone salutes.
Great phrases in that one. Blue sky thinking refers to creative brainstorming without any limits.
Exactly. And run it up the flagpole is a funny, old-fashioned idiom that means to present an idea to see what the reaction is, to test its popularity before you commit to it.
Let's move on. Scenario 3, the quick update. I need a fast summary from you before I go into a big meeting. Jenny, I've got the meeting with the board in 5 minutes. Can you give me the lowdown on the quarterly numbers?
Sure. In a nutshell, sales are up 15%, but our marketing spend is way over budget. All the details are in the email I sent.
2 excellent phrases there. Give me the lowdown means give me the summary or the most important information.
And in a nutshell is a perfect response, meaning in a very brief, concise way.
Okay, 2 more. Scenario 4. End of a long day. It's 6 p.m. on a Friday. We're exhausted.
Then I've been staring at this spreadsheet for 3 hours. My brain is fried. I think it's time we wrap things up.
I completely agree. Let's call it a day. We can look at this with fresh eyes on Monday.
Both wrap things up and call it a day mean the same thing, to finish work for the day. Very useful and very common.
Final one. Scenario 5. Clarifying a misunderstanding. We realize we have different ideas about how to do a task. Wait, Jenny, you're starting with the design. I thought we agreed to finish the content first. I don't think we're on the same page.
Oh, you're right. My mistake. Okay, good catch. Let's sync up first thing tomorrow to confirm the workflow.
Being on the same page means having a shared understanding. Super important. And to sync up means to synchronize or meet to make sure everyone is aligned. It's just a cooler way to say, let's have a meeting.
And making sure everyone is on the same page is our goal with these lessons. To ensure you never miss one of these deep dives into real English, well, you know what to do. It really helps us if you like and subscribe.
Couldn't have said it better. Okay, now that we've seen the slang in action, let's get into the lesson part and review everything properly.
All right, it's time to put on our teacher hats and formally break down what we've learned today. Let's start with a vocabulary recap.
We covered a lot of ground, so let's categorize these phrases to make them easier to remember. Key vocabulary recap: communication and meetings. Ping me, send me a quick message. Touch base, check in or make contact. Circle back, return to a topic later. Sync up, meet to align and get on the same page. On the same page, to have the same understanding. Give me the lowdown, give me the summary or important info. In a nutshell, in a very brief, concise way. Projects and ideas. Get the ball rolling, to start a project or process. Blue sky thinking, creative, limitless brainstorming. Run it up the flagpole, to test an idea's popularity. Workload and time. No bandwidth, no time or mental capacity. Swamped or drowning in work, to have too much work. Wrap things up, to finish a task. Call it a day, to finish work for the day.
That's a fantastic list. Seeing them grouped like that really helps clarify when and how to use them. Now, for our grammar focus today, let's talk about something that is all over workplace slang: phrasal verbs and idioms.
An excellent topic. Many of these phrases are not literal. A phrasal verb is a verb combined with an adverb or a preposition, creating a meaning different from the original verb. For example, wrap up. Wrap means to cover something, like a gift, but wrap up in a work context means to finish. You can't guess the meaning just from the words.
Exactly. The same goes for idioms. An idiom is a phrase where the meaning is figurative and cannot be understood from the individual words. Get the ball rolling is a perfect example. There is no literal ball and nothing is literally rolling. It's a fixed expression that means to start.
So the grammar takeaway is this: when you hear these phrases, don't try to translate them word for word. You need to learn them as whole chunks, as complete expressions. The context is everything.
And a final piece of advice: Listen more than you speak at first. When you join a new team, pay attention to the slang they use. Do they say sync up or touch base? Do they say swamped or slammed? Every office has its own slightly different vocabulary. Start by understanding and then slowly begin to use the most common and safest phrases.
That is the best advice. It will make you sound natural and help you integrate smoothly into the team. And that's all the time we have for today's peek into the world of workplace slang.
We hope this lesson helps you feel more confident in your daily work life. Thanks for joining us here at the MA English Cafe.
Until next time, take care and keep up the great work.